The true power of Chakra Kurama. Boruto will recover and all the wounds on his body, including the eyes that have been injured, will return. Believe it or not, if the awakening of Kurama while in Himawari's body has a specialty, or can it be said that Kurama who is in Himawari's body is better than Naruto? The conclusion is with what Kurama said, that now Himawari can surpass her predecessor. Then with all that, can it be said that this will be a good situation for Boruto? Oh yeah, today is my day. Let's talk about Himawari and Kurama's chakra power that has surpassed its predecessor after Kurama was in Himawari's body. And maybe that means that Kurama, who is able to restore the wound in Boruto's eye, is able to awaken Jougan. And if we're talking about this, it seems like we have to realize how we're going to get Jougan. Maybe the first way is with Himawari's excess after Kurama awakens in her body, which basically has chakra that is almost at the level of Rikudo Sennin. Calm down, guys. The sentence stating that it is almost at the level of Rikudo Sennin is a reason based on Kurama's words saying that Himawari has even surpassed her ancestors. And maybe with that sentence we can conclude that this is almost on par with Rikudo or beyond. If we talk about Kurama's ability to reverse the wound in Boruto's eye, do you remember when Naruto healed the wound in Kakashi's eye and instead returned Kakashi's eye to normal as before having the Sharingan? And based on what has happened in the past, can we conclude that Himawari is able to heal the wound in Boruto's eye? So does this sound plausible, guys? Given that Kurama basically said whatever Naruto can do, Himawari will do it better. There may be many who argue this, but if we know the basics with what is happening now, would Kurama's ability after being in Himawari's body make sense if it happened? Plus, a lot of crazy unexpected things can happen from Boruto, who is basically an Otsutsuki who has Hyuga and Uzumaki chakra. And because of that, there will be a possibility that he will receive Himawari or Kurama chakra, which is so extraordinary that anything impossible can happen. Believe it or not, guys, if Himawari's regeneration ability is indeed different from Naruto's regeneration ability before getting the power of the Hagoromo chakra. Himawari, without using Hagoromo's chakra, could heal the fatal wound received by Inojin. Supposedly, with the Kurama that had just been born in Himawari's body, Kurama was unable to provide the power to regenerate such a fatal wound to Inojin's body. But in fact, it happened, and the wound that made Inojin die was finally successfully regenerated due to Kurama's chakra. And supposedly, the wound Inojin received was almost the same as the wound Boruto received. Inojin's might not be that bad, but if it made a hole in his body, that means this injury is not to be underestimated. Then the question is, how can Himawari heal that wound so easily? Well, then we will discuss it here with some other theories. You should believe this fact that Himawari probably has chakra similar to Hagoromo because she was born from a combination of Uzumaki genes and Hyuga genes. As Kurama said, the truth is that Kurama's rebirth is unusual. Kurama should only be able to be reborn after 100 years or 1,000 years. But why did his resurrection happen so quickly, and he also returned to life in Himawari's body? This oddity is even stranger when we see Himawari has greater abilities than her father, and because of that, a theory emerged. What if Himawari helped restore the wound in Boruto's eye? But let's first talk about the history of regeneration abilities in Naruto stories. Regeneration abilities are usually done when someone is injured during a fight, and then immediately restored with recovery abilities or regeneration abilities. An example is what Might Guy experienced after fighting Madara. Guy almost died after using his last technique, but Naruto managed to thwart this death by giving the chakra in his body and allowing him to survive until now. But what is strange is that Naruto did not restore Guy's legs, which had been destroyed due to the side effects of using the Hachimon technique. Then, when Kakashi's Sharingan eye was taken by Madara, Naruto managed to restore Kakashi's injuries. Moreover, he was able to create a new eye for Kakashi. There has never been in Naruto's story before that someone who has been injured for years can be restored. Then with everything that happened, and we compare it to Boruto's situation, does all of this make sense, guys? But if you are still confused and don't understand what I've said, so the conclusion is like this, guys. With us comparing what has happened in the past with the present, it is possible and impossible if the fatal wound on Boruto's body, Himawari, cannot be healed. Because again, we have to realize that the Kurama in Himawari's body has much better strength when it is in Naruto's body. So what do you think, guys? But let's talk about something else, and let's talk about Kashin Koji and the Shinjutsu he just got, namely Jippo. Believe it or not, if Kurama's awakening in Himawari's body seems to be invisible to Jippo's abilities. That is, when Kurama awakens in Himawari's body, inadvertently the future should have been directly changed. The new future resulting from Kurama's return will soon be seen by Kashin Koji. If you think about it, everything makes a lot of sense, and the possibility that Naruto did not die at the hands of Ishiki was due to the Kurama factor. Although at that time Naruto did not actually kill Ishiki, but with Brand Mode's ability to buy time until Ishiki's reincarnation time and the rest of his life became rapidly reduced because of fighting Naruto. And in conclusion, maybe Kurama is a being who can determine his fate. There is no one who can determine Kurama's fate. There is no one who can determine Kurama's fate. And maybe this is the reason why Momoshiki couldn't guess that Kurama would reappear in Himawari's body. He could only see that Kurama would not be able to pass on his power to the next generation, even though the destiny of Kurama cannot be guessed that easily. And maybe this is where we will find out if Boruto can awaken Jougan's power. Think about it. What is the reason Mikio and Kishimoto separated Boruto from Kashin Koji? Of course, the reason is not only because Kashin Koji will become the target of the Shinju, so that Boruto will not be able to help him. However, it is also so that Kashin Koji cannot tell Boruto that he can get extraordinary Aidojutsu power in the near future. In the end, we will see Boruto awakening Jougan's power, not because of the information provided by Kashin Koji, but because of awakening Jougan's power with his own efforts. And therefore, this should make sense because Jougan-level dojutsu should awaken, not because of the future information given by Kashin Koji. The eye should really have awakened because of something that shocked Boruto's feelings, or because there were other factors that made the eye suddenly awaken. And maybe that's all our discussion about Chakra Kurama and Jougan eyes. If you guys have other points of view or have other theories, I'll be happy to receive them. So thanks to those of you who have subs and likes. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye, Dadabayo.